This video is all about slopes and graphing lines. Slope measures rate of change. For example, look at these two graphs showing the weights of two babies. You can see that the baby with the blue line is gaining weight way faster than the baby with the green line. Growth really isn't linear, but you can model it for a small amount of time, like these 2 months. Slope is calculated as the vertical change divided by the horizontal change. You've probably heard it as rise over run. You can think of this as measuring how quickly the y value changes in relation to the x value. The larger the ratio, the faster the rate of change. In order to find slope, you need to be able to find the vertical change in relation to the horizontal change. If you know 2 points, you want to find the distance between the y coordinates and the distance between the x coordinates. We sometimes call this the slope triangle. You can find each distance by subtracting the 2 coordinates. For example, look at the baby whose weight is represented by the blue line. His weight at birth was 286 pounds, and at 2 months it was 467 pounds. We represent these quantities as 0, 286 and 2, 467. To find the slope of this growth, you would find the vertical distance divided by the horizontal distance. Or 467 minus 286, that's the vertical distance, divided by 2 minus 0, that's the horizontal distance. That simplifies to 90 and 5/10. You could interpret this as meaning that this baby gained 90 and 5/10 pounds a month for his first 2 months. In the same way, the green line shows a weight of 8 pounds at birth and 11.5 pounds in 2 months. The slope of this baby's growth is also vertical change over horizontal change. In this case, it's 11.5 minus 8, that's the vertical change, divided by 2 minus 0, that's the horizontal change. You could interpret this as meaning that this baby gained 1 7/75 pounds a month for his first 2 months. By the way, the blue line is an elephant named Samudra, who was born at the Portland Zoo, and the green line is data from an average human baby. Now, a line that rises from left to right has a positive slope. A line that falls from left to right has a negative slope. A vertical line has no slope, and a horizontal line has 0 slope. You can use slopes to graph lines. The slope-intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b. The slope is represented by the m, and the y-intercept is represented by the b. Once you know the slope and the y-intercept, you can graph the line. Let's use y equals 2x minus 3 as an example. The slope is 2, the coefficient on the x, or you want to think of it as 2 over 1, so you can remember that you're going up 2 and over 1. The y-intercept is the constant term, which is negative 3, and I'm going to write it as a point, 0, negative 3. Now to graph this, I find negative 3 on the y-axis, and then I'm going to use that slope. So from negative 3, I'm going to count up 2 and over 1, and I'm going to do this enough times so I can draw a fairly decent line. If I need to, I can also go down 2 and left 1, knowing that I want a line. You really want to use a straight edge whenever possible, so that you can draw a fairly decent line. Notice that the slope rises from left to right, indicating a positive slope, and that's important. Make sure that your slope matches what you want it to match. 2 other things you want to know about slope. Parallel lines have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. If you want a line that's parallel to the line y equals 2x minus 3, that line must have slope 2, because the line y equals 2x minus 3 has slope 2. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals. That means they multiply to -1. So if you have the line perpendicular to the line y equals 2x minus 3, that line will have slope -1/2, because -1/2 is the negative reciprocal of 2. Okay, flip your paper over. The rest of this is on the back side. To write an equation of a line, you would use point-slope form, where x1, y1 is the point, and m is the slope. For example, suppose you want to write the equation of a line parallel to the line y equals 2x minus 3 that contains the point -1, 4. You're going to use point-slope form to do this, and your slope will be the same as the slope of the line y equals 2x minus 3. It will be 2. Your point is the point that the line contains, so your x1 and your y1 will be -1, 4. So you'll substitute these values in for the slope, the m, and the x1, y1. Then you'll distribute that 2, and then solve for y, and now you have the equation of the line that's parallel to the line y equals 2x minus 3, and that line will contain the point -1, 4. Okay, now we've reviewed finding slope, graphing a line, parallel and perpendicular lines, and writing equations of a line. You have a little worksheet that'll help you practice this. Remember, if you have questions, make sure you see a math teacher near you.